Cruising through the streets of New York City, it's Abie's DooWop Taxi.
Let's go for a ride.
Let's go for a ride, my dear. The night is warm and clear. Won't you come and sit right here? Please don't say no. Please don't say no. Let's go for a ride, my sweet. I want to set the beat. So come right in the sea. Go with me for a ride, for a ride. Warm and comfortable, I want it just for you. Won't you come and sit right down and enjoy its proper too. Let's go for a ride, my dear. The night is warm and clear. Won't you come and sit right here? Go with me for a ride, for a ride. Just for you, won't you come and sit right down and enjoy its proper too. Let's go for a ride, my sweetie. I want a septic feet, so I'm right in the sea. Go with me for a ride, for a ride. Well, let's go for a ride, 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 let's go.
Greetings and welcome once again to another edition of Abie's DooWop Taxi. My name is Abie and I'm your host. Glad to be with you again, riding in Abie's DooWop Taxi. We'll be playing some more of J.C. Marion's R&B DooWop picks a little bit later on in the show. And we'll get back to the UGHA Top 500, where we are up to number 275. I'm sure most of you DooWop fans out there have heard the song Gloria. How many versions of that song have you heard? Well, I'm going to try to explain about some of the versions of Gloria a little bit later on in the show. But let's get the show started with some question songs. Here are the Swallows with an a cappella version of a song done by Clyde McPhatter. This is Lover's Question.
Does
she love me with all her heart? Should I wait when we are apart? It's a lover's question I'd like to know. Does she need me as she pretends? Is this all game, or should I win? It's a lover's question I'd like to know. I'd like to know when she's not with me. Is she still true to me? I'd like to know when we kiss him. Does she feel what I feel? How am I to know it's really real? Oh, tell me when. I is her mine. I am her kiss the kiss. I am her eyes. It's a lover's question I'd like to know. I'd like to know when she's not with me. Is she still true to me? I'd like to know when we kiss him. Does she feel what I feel? How am I to know it's really real? Oh, tell me when. I is her night. I is her kiss the kiss. I am her eyes. It's a lover's question I'd like to know. I'd like to know, girl. I'd like to know, girl. I'd like to know, no. I'd like to know, no. I'd like to.
Wow, that's a pretty great version of that song. Lover's Question, a hit song for Clyde McPhatter in the 1950s, done a cappella by the Swallows in 1991. Now here's a group from 1957 called the Playboys with One Question.
True, my darling, the things that they say you love and then cast away. Is it true, my darling? Let me hear it from you. You said you love me, and it's no crime. You said you love me till the end of our time. I'm asking one question, darling, will you please be mine? Yes, darling. I've wandered round, trying to find someone to love me like you do. But as I wandered, I still couldn't find someone to treat me like you do. You said you love me, and there's no crime. You said you love me till the end of our time. I'm asking one question, darling, please be mine.
Another great song by a relatively unknown group. The Playboys were Charlie White, a guy named Dave, Ollie Jones, Robbie Kirkland, and a guy named Frank. When I say a guy named, that means we don't know his last name. One Question was recorded in 1957. It was on the Tetra label. Okay, we started with Lover's Question, and then we went to One Question. Here's a group called the Question Marks with Another Soldier Gone.
Soldier fought until he fell out on some foreign battlefield, and now he's standing round the throne. What another soldier gone. I said another soldier another soldier died in nothing, shouting in victory has been won. He fought the fight and he kept the faith that we may have victory in our race. Another soldier gone away, gone on home. fought the fight and kept the faith. Yes, he did. He fought for all the human race. And now we'll let down here tomorrow. I swear ain't another soldier another soldier, a soldier go.
Well, it's not really clear who the members of that group were. It may have been Isaiah Jones and Calvin Fair, who were also with a group called the Gales. It says in my book to see the Gales, and when you see them, it gives those members names and then says to see the question marks on Swing Time, which is the label that song Another Soldier Gone was recorded on in 1954. Okay, you're riding in Abie's DooWop Taxi. We're having a great ride today. We're just getting started. We'll be getting to J.C. Marion's R&B doo-wop picks of the late 1940s and early 1950s in just a little while. And then later on in the show, we'll get back to the UGHA Top 500 and pick it up at number 275, where we left off last week. Here are the Cookies with a Hippy Dippy Daddy. They sang with Ray Charles. They were known as the Cookies when they were on their own. Marjorie Hendricks and Marie Clayton. They recorded Hippy Dippy Daddy in 1957 on the Josie label. Now here's a big hit they had in 1963, and they would like you not to say nothing bad about their baby. Don't Say Nothing Bad About My Baby hit number 7 on the pop charts and number 3 on the R&B Billboard charts in 1963. And I'm going to read to you from the Billboard Book of R&B Hits. It says, female vocal trio, Margie Hendricks, Ethel Earl Jean McRae, and Pat Lyles. After 3 records under their own name and backing work for Atlantic artists, this trio became the Raylettes with Ray Charles. A new Cookies trio with varying membership began recording in 1962 on Dimension, featuring Ethel McRae. So the original Cookies went to Ray Charles, and this was a new group that was formed. Now here are the 5 Echoes with An Evil Woman.
An evil, evil woman. She doesn't mean she can be. Yes, I got an evil, evil woman. She doesn't mean she can be. Yes, I'm afraid was so sweet to me, but now she's just as evil as can be. Baby, you just as mean as you can be. Yes, and I'm afraid I'm gonna have to let my baby be.
I don't have a listing on this song, Evil Woman, but I do have information on the Five Echoes. They were Charles James Tommy Hunt, who was the same Tommy Hunt that was with the Flamingos and later on went on to have a solo career. Johnny Taylor, Walter Wally Wilson Spriggs, and John Miller. And it appears this evil woman left the Pharaohs with a broken heart.
Broken heart, crying eyes. What I fall for all your lies. Should have known it from the start that you someday break my heart. Crying eyes. Broken heart, crying eyes. Broken heart, crying eyes. Broken heart, crying eyes. Broken heart, crying eyes. I keep telling myself over and over and over that our love was not meant to be. Why I fell for all of your little white lies will forever remain a mystery. Broken heart, crying eyes, never to fall in love again. Played my cards wrong, didn't win, but at least let's still be friends. Broken heart, crying
From 1958, that was Paul Brown, Manchester Brooks, Reginald Smith, John James, and Frank Jones, the Pharaohs with Broken Heart, recorded on the Decca record label. Okay, you're still riding in Abie's DooWop Taxi, and we're glad you can come along for the ride today. And now we're going to get to J.C. Marion's R&B doo-wop picks of the late 1940s and early 1950s. And J.C.'s first pick today is by the Sensations. Ain't He Sweet is the name of the song. And J.C. says, Yvonne Mills on lead as the group tries to duplicate their hit rendition of Yes Sir, He's My Baby. Again, the group has an interesting take on the pop oldie, even though this one does not become a top seller. The same song would launch the Beatles a few years later. Here are the Sensations with Ain't He Sweet.
Ain't he sweet?
confidentially do.
I repeat. Oh, I think he looks so sweet. So I ask you very confidentially. Ain't he nice? Just can't sit on.
Confidentially do.
I repeat. Oh, I think he looks so sweet. I ask you very
The Sensations were from Philadelphia. They were Yvonne Mills Baker, Roosevelt Simmons, Sam Armstrong, and Tommy Wicks. They recorded Ain't He Sweet in 1956. It was on the Atco label, and they had a lot of great songs. And perhaps a little later on in the show, I'll play one or two of them. But for now, we're going to get to J.C. Marion's next R&B doo-wop pick of the late 1940s and early 1950s. And JC's next pick today is Waiting for Your Call by the Phytones. And JC says, one of the more underrated groups of the era delivers another superb ballad side. Smooth and tuneful as their records, the group gives a mellow and well-organized performance of this nice song. Here are the Phytones with Waiting for Your Call.
Waiting for your call. I sit by the telephone, waiting to hear the ring that will let me know if you still care. I sit here, my darling, waiting for your call. Waiting for your call. I hope you will call on time. Please don't be late. All day I've been wondering, what is my fate? I sit here, my darling, waiting for your call. Every time the phone rings, I pray that it's you, but I just have to wait again. You said you'd call tonight, dear. I hope that you do, and tell me this isn't the end. My friends say if you don't call, find someone new and take it for granted that we are through. But I'll be here always, waiting for your call. Every time the phone rings, I pray that it's you, but I just have to wait again. Said you call tonight, dear. I hope that you do, and tell me this isn't the end. My friends say if you don't call, find someone new and take it for granted that we are through. But I'll be here always, waiting for your call. Waiting for your call.
They were known as the Phytones Quintet. They were Eugene Gene Red Jr., Lo Murray, Lloyd Davis, Cecil Holmes, and Ron Anderson. They recorded Waiting for Your Call in 1956. It was on the Atlas label. Next up on JC's list today is Ting-a-Ling by the Clovers. And JC says, an early 50s mid-tempo tune by this master group of early R&B. The vaunted Atlantic production values are here, as the Clovers give out with another in a long line of classic tunes that made their label the giant of the time. Here are the Clovers with Ting-a-Ling.
Medicine are you blowing your top?
Well, I'm just a poor young boy, and these girls about to drive me wild. Well, I'm just a poor young boy, and these girls about to drive me wild. Well, I'm just a poor young boy, and these girls about to drive me wild. Rock and roll and call me angel child. The way they laugh, the way they sing, it makes my heart go twinkling. The way they laugh, the way they sing, makes my heart go twinkling. The way they laugh. Well, I'm young and I'm free, and it's a real fine way to be. Well, I'm young and I'm free, and it's a real fine way to be. Oh, I'm young and I'm free, and it's a real fine way to be. With a fine young thing to give her love to me.
The songs I'm playing are picked by J.C. Marion. This song, Ting-a-Ling, was recorded in 1952 and hit #1 on the Billboard R&B charts. It's a great song. And I'm going to read to you from the Billboard Book of R&B Hits. The Clovers, vocal group from Washington, D.C. John Bailey, Matthew McWhorter, Harold Lucas, and Harold Winley, with Bill Harris on guitar. Bailey entered the U.S. Army in 1952, replaced by Billy Mitchell. So Harris may not have been on Ting-a-Ling. And upon Bailey's return, Mitchell stayed with the group. And that brings us to J.C. Marion's next pick for today, which is by the Soft Tones. And the name of the song is My Mother's Eyes. And J.C. says, nobody today could fathom the appeal of a record like this. To me, it's singular, one of a kind that can never be duplicated. From an outrageous falsetto lead voice to an almost perfect bridge. Just listen to those vibes behind the singer. This is the real deal, a true period piece of which we will never hear again. Well, I'd like to hear it now, and we're gonna. Here are the Soft Tones with My Mother's Eyes. They were known as the Soft Tones, and they recorded in 1955, My Mother's Eyes. It was on the Samson label. We don't know who the members of the group were. And that'll take us to J.C. Marion's next pick for today, which is this really great song by the Velours, a song I know well. The name of the song is Can I Come Over Tonight? And J.C. says, Jerome Ramos on lead with an intricate background by the rest of the Velours. This is a stop-tempo harmony, falsetto on the bridge, and generally a lot of vocal gymnastics all around. A very talented group on one of their better recorded performances. Here are the Velours with Can I Come Over Tonight?
Can I come over tonight? Darling, let me come over tonight. Please don't say it too late, for darling, I can't wait to see you again. Whoa, please let me kiss you tonight. Darling, let me kiss you tonight. Am I asking too much? Oh, darling, yes, your touch drives me insane. Oh, yeah. Then I feel what I can't understand. It's real, so true. This love I feel just for you. Can I come over tonight? Darling, let me come over tonight. Got your loving, my heart, and pray we never part. For I love you so.
The great bass voice on that song was Charles Moffett. The rest of the group were Jerome Romeo Ramos, John Cheaton, Donald Haywood, and John Pearson. Can I Come Over Tonight was recorded on the Anx record label and hit number 83 on the Billboard pop charts in 1957. And we'll have some more J.C. Marion picks later on in the show. Okay, now on Abie's DooWop Taxi, we're going to have some fun with Gloria. You know, Gloria is probably one of the most recorded songs ever. Thousands of groups have recorded this song. I don't think anybody knows just how many groups have recorded this song. So let me play a couple of versions of Gloria for you. First, here are the Cadillacs with probably the best known version of Gloria from 1954.
She's not in love with
Yes, maybe she loves me, but who am I to know? And maybe she loves me, but who am I to know? Gloria is not Marie. Gloria is not Jerry. Gloria, but she's not in love with me.
We just listened to Earl Carroll, Laverne Drake, James Papa Clark, Gus Willingham, and Bobby Phillips, the Cadillacs, with a song recorded in 1954 on the Josie label, Gloria. Now, from 1962, here's Vito and the Salutations. The original members of Vito and the Salutations, who recorded Gloria in 1962, were Vito Balsamo, a gentleman who I had the pleasure of meeting back in the 60s, Robert DiPaolo, Barry Solomon, Robert Mitchell, and John Venero. Now, the Cadillacs recorded Gloria in 1954, and I bet you thought that that was the original version, because I certainly did for a long time. But check this out. From 1946, here's Johnny Moore and the Three Blazers.
Gloria, it's not Marie, it's Gloria. It's not Sherry, it's Gloria. She's in your every dream. you like to play the game of kiss and run away. But now you find it's not that way. Somehow you change it seems. Wasn't that a lie, your first love? It was just hello, goodbye. Wasn't Caroline your last love? It's a shame you made her cry. What a fool you are. You gave your heart to Gloria. You're not so smart, 'cause Gloria is not in love with you. What a fool you are. She's not in love with you.
Well, what I think we have here is a case of they took the original song. If that was the original, I don't know. I think it's a very early version, certainly, and if there was any other versions before it, I certainly appreciate it if somebody could let me know. But I think they took that version from the 40s, and by the time it made it into the 50s, they changed the words around a little. But no doubt in my mind that it's the same song. The Three Blazers were Charles Brown, Johnny Moore, and Eddie Williams. And you are riding in Abie's DooWop Taxi. We're glad you can come along for the ride today. And we'll be getting to the UGHA Top 500 in just a little while. But first, here's a group called the Royal Notes with You Are My Love.
Like
The Royal Notes recorded You Are My Love in 1958. It was on the Clit label. Now from 1953, here are the Bachelors with Can't Help Loving You.
When memories return, deep in my heart you burn, and though the thoughts remain, our love will burn again. Oh, you are true. I can't help loving you. Do you recall the day I was young again, and now has passed the years, my heart is filled with tears. Oh, you are true. I can't help loving you. And when we kissed, I felt the fire making me blue to your desire. And when you left, my heart did die. I said I wouldn't cry. Oh, crying is all I do. Knowing we are through, I'll open press and day. Your love will come my way. Oh, you are true. I can't help loving you. And when we kissed, I felt the fire making me blue to your desire. And when you left, my heart did die.
I wouldn't cry.
Oh, crying is all I do. Knowing we are through, I'll open prison day. Your love will come my way. Oh, you are true. I can't help loving you.
Very pretty song recorded in 1953 by Robert Russell, Walter Taylor, James Walton, Herbert Fisher, John Bowie, and Charles Booker, The Bachelors, recorded Can't Help Loving You on the Aladdin label. And you're riding in Abie's DooWop Taxi, and now we're going to get to the UGHA Top 500 and pick it up at number 275 where we left off last week. And number 275 is this really great song by Big D. Irwin and the Pastels. This has Been So Long.
Been so long since I held you tight. Been so long
Been So Long hit number 24 on the pop charts and number 4 on the R&B charts in 1958. The Pastels met and formed in the U.S. Air Force while stationed at Narragansett, Greenland. His name was DeFosco Irvin, but he was known as Big D. Irwin, the lead singer. Also in the group were Richard Travis, Tony Thomas, and Jimmy Willingham. Been So Long comes into our UGHA survey at number 275, which brings us to number 274 in this great song by the Avons. Here is Baby.
Ooh, baby. Ooh, wee, ooh, baby. Ooh, wee. Oh, girl that I married, I want her to be happy as a baby. Just for me, I knew from the start, if anyone could be, it was you, baby, it was you. Oh, love you, my baby. I love you so hard. Want you, my baby. Want you to know. Ooh, baby. Ooh, wee, baby. Baby, it was you. I feel so glad, so very glad. Each time I remember our first love, so full of bliss, is all a baby never without. I love you, baby. I love you so well. I want you, baby. Want you to know. Ooh, baby. Ooh, wee, baby. Baby, it was you. Ooh, baby.
The Avons were Robert Lee, Irving E. Watson, Wendell Lee, William D. Lee, and Franklin Cole. And they recorded Baby in 1957. It was on the Hull record label. It comes into our UGHA survey at number 274. And that brings us to number 273 and the Cadillacs with Window Lady.
Window, 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 window lady, window, 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 window lady, window lady, sitting by your window, watching every passerby. You must have a story. Tell me, what's your story? Seems as though you want to cry. Window lady, sitting by your window, tell me what can be your name. Pretty as a picture, you're pretty as a picture, sitting there behind your window frame. Did your man run off and leave you all alone
let me come into your heart. Window lady, sitting by your window, won't you take one chance with me? I would take your sadness, turn it into gladness. Window lady, let me in, please do. Oh, window lady, I love you. Blue, 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 blue. I love you.
We just heard Earl Carroll, Laverne Drake, Charles Buddy Brooks, Earl Wade, and Robert Bobby Phillips, the Cadillacs 1955 with Window Lady on the Josie label. Comes into our UGHA survey at number 273, and that brings us to number 272 in the Dominoes, Until the Real Thing Comes Along.
I'd work for you, I'd slave for you, I'd be a beggar or a knave for you. If that isn't love, it will have to do until the real thing comes along. I'd gladly move the earth for you to prove my love, dear, and its worth for you. If that isn't love, it will have to do until the real thing comes along. With all the words, dear, at my command, I just can't make you understand. I'll always love you, darling, come what may. My heart is yours, what more can I say? I'd cry for you, I'd cry for you, I'd tear the stars down from the sky for you. If that isn't love, it will have to do until the real thing comes along. With all the words, dear, as my command, I just can't make you understand. I'll always love you, darling, come what may. My heart is yours, dear, what more can I say? I'd cry for you, I'd cry for you, I'd tear the stars down from the sky for you. And if that isn't love, it will have to do until the real thing comes along.
His name was Sonny Wilson, but he became famous as Jackie Wilson, and he's a legend. And he takes lead on When the Real Thing Comes along with James Van Loan, Milton Merle, David McNeil, and Billy Ward. The Dominoes, a song recorded in 1954 on the Federal label, When the Real Thing Comes Along. Comes into our UGHA survey at number 272. And that brings us to number 271 and a group called The Gems. The name of the song is Talk About the Weather.
When I'm alone, I can talk as a lover should. But with you I'm no good. I talk about the weather. Oh, sit at home and make love to your photograph. But when you're near, I laugh. Talk about the weather. And I'd like to say that you're sweet as a sugar cane. But when I start to talk, my heart gets lost in the summer's rain. Staying at night, writing down lovely things to say. But when you come my way, I talk about the weather. About the weather, talk about the weather, talk about the weather, talk about the weather.
The Gems were from Evanston, Illinois. They were Ray Pettis, Bobby Pee Wee Robinson, David Moose Taylor, Wilson James, and Rip Reed. They recorded Talk About the Weather in 1954. It was on the Drexel label. It comes into our UGHA survey at number 271, and that brings us to number 270, which is a song with a very strange title. It's known as MTYLTT, but it stands for More Than Yesterday, Less Than Tomorrow. I guess that title was too long, so they had to abbreviate it to MTYLTT, and it's by the Dream Kings. In 1969, a group called the Spiral Staircase had a very big hit with the song I Love You More Today Than Yesterday, and the lyrics went, I love you more today than yesterday, but not as much as tomorrow. And you have to wonder if they had this song in mind when they came up with that one. You know, it's funny, but could be. Anyway, MTY-LTT was recorded on the Checker label in 1957, and it was the Dream Kings that just sang it. It comes into our UGHA survey at number 270, which brings us to number 269, and Lee Andrews and the Hearts. This is Maybe You'll Be There.
Each time I see a crowd of people, just like a fool I stop and stand. I know it's not the proper thing to do, and maybe you'll be there. Maybe you'll be there. I go out walking after midnight, along a lonely thoroughfare. It's not the time or place to look for you, and maybe you'll be there. You said your arms will always hold me. You said your lips were mine alone to keep. Well, after all those things you told me, how could it end like this? Someday when all my prayers were answered, on your footsteps on the stairs, with anxious thoughts I'll hurry to the door, and maybe you'll be there. You said your arms and yours would always hold me. Well, you said your lips were mine alone, long to kiss. And after all the many things, yes, you told me. How could it end like this? Someday when all my prayers are answered, I'll hear a footstep on the stairs. With anxious thoughts I'll hurry to the door, and maybe you'll be there.
We just heard Arthur Lee Andrew Thompson, Roy Calhoun, Thomas Butch Curry, Jimmy McAllister, John Young, and Kenny Lowe, Lee Andrews and the Hearts, with one of their first recordings, Maybe You'll Be There, recorded in 1954 on the Rainbow label. Comes into our UGHA survey at number 269. That brings us to number 268 in the Blue Notes. This is If You Love Me.
If the sun won't come down Sunday, should let everything run dry. If you love me, let it happen, darling, I won't care when it's
We just heard Franklin Peaker, Harold Melvin, Roosevelt Brody, Bernard Williams, and Jesse Gillis Jr., the Blue Notes. And we all know that in the 1970s, Harold Melvin had taken the group into a different era. He was known as Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. But here in 1956, it was just the Blue Notes, and If You Love Me was recorded in 1956 on the Josie label. It comes into our UGHA survey at number 268, and that brings us to number 267 in the Robins. This is How Would You Know?
And when I say that your kiss is divine, don't think that I'm handing a lie. For if I never told you, how would you know? How would you know? And when I say that there's no other one, don't think that I'm just having fun. For if I never told you so, how would you know? How would you know? I wonder if I'll ever hear you say I love you, dear, now that I do. I wonder if the day will come when I'll be the one you say to. My darling, say that I've opened your eyes. You know where my happiness lies. For if I hadn't told you so, how would you know? How would you know?
I wonder if I'll ever hear you say I love you like I do. I wonder if the day will come, you say I'll be the one who say it to. You say it to.
Please, please say that I open your eyes. And you know where my happiness lies. For if I never told you so, how would you know?
Grady Chapman and Bobby Nunn shared the lead on that song, with Ty Terrell, William Riches, and Roy Riches, the Robins, in 1953 on the RCA label. How Would You Know? Comes into our UGHA survey at number 267, and that brings us to number 266 in the Cleftones. This is Happy Memories.
Boom, boom, boom. Ooh, shoot. Ooh, bop, bop. Ooh, shoot. Ooh, bop, bop. Ooh, shoot. Ooh, bop, bop. Bop, bop, bop. Bop, bop, bop.
Well, lovely day, lovely night. I kissed you and held you tight. Ooh, ah, those happy memories. Well, you are fine and dandy, and you are sweet as candy till I can't forget. that you cared, and when our love we both did share, say, come back, darling, and help me, dear, to bring back those happy memories. Oh, you are fine and dandy, and you are sweet as candy, till I can't forget that wonderful night last June. 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 That wonderful night last June.
From Jamaica, Queens, in the city of New York, that was Herbie Cox, Charles Charlie James, Berman Patterson, William Buzzy McLean, and Warren Corbin, the Cleftones, with a song recorded in 1956 on the G label. Happy Memories comes into our UGHA survey at number 266, and we'll have more songs from the UGHA survey in our next show. Okay, the taxi's still rolling. We still got plenty of time left, plenty of great songs to come. We're going to go back to J.C. Marion's R&B doo-wop picks of the late 1940s and early 1950s. And J.C.'s next pick today is Down the Aisle of Love by the Quintones, a song I know well. And J.C. says, a lot of 50s listen to the girl group sound. This is more of a Chantel's type sound, with strong lead singing and a more gospel blues sound to the background singing. A Philadelphia sound from 1958. Here are the Quintones with Down the Aisle of Love. That's a great song, and in 1958, rightfully so, it made both the R&B and the pop charts. Hit number 18 on the pop charts and number 5 on the R&B charts. The Quintones were from York, Pennsylvania. They were Roberta Hayman, Ronnie Scott, Phyllis Carr, Caroline Holmes, Kenneth Sexton, and Eunice Christie. Our next J.C. Marion pick today is by the Admirals. The name of the song is Oh Yes. And J.C. says, here is a typical B-side throwaway tune, a rhythm number in the jump blues style so prevalent in the early to mid-50s. There is a 2-chorus sax break with the group punching out vocal riffs behind the solo. Here are the Admirals with Oh Yes.
If you wanna know how much, baby, I love you so, darling, just ask my heart, then it will make you know, when it says oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, baby, I like your kiss, so it leaves me weak, darling, just ask my lips, then you will hear them speak when they say oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh oh yes, oh yes, oh 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 yes, oh oh yes, oh 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 yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. Every time you hold me tight, when you whisper low, darling, do you love me tonight? Then I will let you know when I say oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh 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 yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh 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 yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh 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 yes, oh yes. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes.
The Admirals were Richard Beasley, Wesley Devereaux, Willie Barnes, Eugene Gene McDaniels, and James Farmer. They recorded Oh Yes in 1955. It was on the King label. And that brings us to J.C. Marion's next pick for today, which is by the Casanovas. The name of the song is For You and For You Alone. And J.C. says, a 1957 ballad by a group famous for That's All, one of the all-time greats. This time they present a more mainstream pop sound with the background vocals under-recorded until the traditional chord change into the new chorus. Even so, it is an interesting change of style for the group. Here are the Casanovas with For You and You Alone.
For you and you alone do I care. With you and only you will I share the happy years that lies ahead, the many things that we left unsaid. Yes, it's you and you alone I adore. I need this love of yours more and more as time goes on. It's plain to see I'm yours and always will be. Who cares what life may have in store? Yes, who cares what tomorrow may bring, for come what may, I'll promise you, to you alone I'll be true. Who cares what life may have in store? Who cares what tomorrow may bring? For come what may, I'll promise you To you alone I'll be true. I'll be
The Casanovas were Chester Mayfield, Melvin Stowe, William McWilliams, William Samuels, and Frank McWilliams. They recorded For You and You Alone in 1957 on the Apollo label. J.C. Marion's next pick today is by the Colts. The name of the song is Guiding Angel. J.C. says, the originators of Adorable, here under the influence of Buck Ram in 1959, go back in time with the sound evoking the memories of the classic Ink Spots. Complete with bass recitation on the bridge, all that's missing is the walking guitar intro. Here are the Colts with Guiding Angel.
Guiding angel, I love you. Look down, guiding angel.
Now, honey, I know you see me standing here.
Look down, guiding angel.
Come on, sugar. Baby, just one little old sweetie here.
I want you, guiding angel. Please tell me what to do. I love happiness, guiding angel.
Colts were Joe Grundy, Reuben Grundy, Carl Moland, and Leroy Smith. They were from Bakersfield, California. They recorded Guiding Angel in 1957 on the Antler label. Okay, we have one last J.C. Marion pick for today. It's by the Royals. The name of the song is If You Love Me. And J.C. says, not the pop standard ballad and not the early Midnighters. This is a jump blues by a group fronted by a young and then unknown Chuck Willis in 1951. Tenor sax and electric guitar take solos on the tune with the typical B-side sound of the times. Here are the Royals with If You Love Me.
If you love me, that's all I want to know. If you love me, that's all I want to know. If you're leaving, please won't you tell me so. I'll always want to remember you. I always try not to do you wrong. Why did you have to go? But if you feel like you want to come back, I'll be standing in the door. I'll always want to remember you. did you have to go? But if you feel like you want to come back, I'll be standing in the door. I'll always want to remember you. I'll always want to remember you. If you're leaving, tell me before you do. Tell me before you do.
They were known as Chuck Willis and the Royals. They recorded If You Love Me in 1951. It was on the OK label. We'll have more J.C. Marion picks in our next show. Okay, we still have some time left on Abie's Doo-Wop Taxi, and during the playing of J.C. Marion's picks, we mentioned a few other songs, and I'd like to play some of them. First off, I mentioned I would play another song by The Sensations. The name of this song is A Part of Me.
You're part of me.
Yes, sir. I love you madly. Yes. I need you badly. Yes. Darling, you're part of me.
Part of me. Part of me. Part of me.
Oh, no. No one can thrill me so. You're the one, yes, I know. Darling, you're part of me.
Without you, dear, I'm lost. I gladly pay the cost. Oh, yeah. I need you. I want you, oh, so much. You'll never know just how much you'll be part of me. You'll be part of me.
Part of Me was recorded in 1961. It was on the Argo label. Yvonne Mills Baker on lead with Alphonso Howell on bass. Next up is That's All by the Casanovas, which was mentioned by JC.
Darling, all I want is you by my side. That's all. All I want, that's all. Baby, that's all. Will you you. All I want is you by my side. That's all I want. All I want, that's all.
Casanovas with the song recorded in 1955 on the Apollo label, and that's really a great song. And the name of that song is That's All. JC also mentioned Adorable by the Colts, and here's that.
Adorable, 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 adorable baby. You're adorable, sweet as can be. You're adorable. A dream came to me. You're all that I hoped my love would ever be. You're so lovable. You're in my arms. You're so kissable. When I hold your charms, you're mine. You are so divine, my adorable one. You must have come from heaven, because you thrill me so. Heaven starts at 7 sharp. You start my heart to glow, glow, glow. You're so huggable, so clinging, so nice. You're excitable. When kissed once or twice, and soon you'll be mine. Alone, you adorable one. Have come from heaven, because you thrill me so. Heaven starts at 7 sharp. You start my heart to flow, flow, flow. You're so huggable, so clinging, so nice. You're excitable. When kissed once or twice, and soon you'll be mine. Alone, you adorable one. Adorable, 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 adorable baby. Adorable, 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 adorable baby.
That is really a great song, and rightfully so. It hit the R&B charts and landed at number 11 in 1955. The Colts with Adorable, recorded on the Vita label. Earlier in the show, I played Gloria by Johnny Moore and the Three Blazers. The lead singer on that song was a guy named Charles Brown. And here's another song by Charles Brown. This is Angel Baby. You know the Rosie and the Originals version, but I wonder if you've ever heard this one.
Ba
heaven being here with you. You're like an angel, too good to be true. Yes, after all, I love you, I love you, I do. Angel baby, my angel baby. When you are near me, my heart skips a beat. I can hardly stand on my own to thee, because I love you. I love you, I love you, I do. Angel baby, my angel baby. Oh, I love you, you know I do. No one can love you like I do. No one can love you, can love you, can love you like I do. Please never leave me, you and all alone. If you ever go, I'm sure you'll come back home. Because I love you, I love you, I love you, I do. Angel baby, my angel baby. It's just like a heaven being with you, dear. I will never stay away without you, dear. Because I love you. I love you, I love you, I do. Angel baby, my angel baby. Oh, I love you, you know I do. Oh, no one can love you like I do. No one can love you like I do. Like I do.
Well, I'll be, as they say. It was recorded in 1960, Charles Brown, on the King record label, and I just looked up in the book to see exactly when Rosie and the Originals did it, and they did it in 1961. So it looks like Charles Brown did it first. Looks like we have time for one more on Abie's Doo-Wop Taxi today. And can you think of a better way to end the show than with the hit version by Rosie and the Originals? Here's Angel Baby by Rosie and the Originals.
It's just like heaven being here with you. You're like an angel.
A big smash and a truly great song, Rosie and the Originals with Angel Baby. Rosie Hamlin was born in Oregon, and she was raised in Anchorage, Alaska. She sang with the Originals, who were David Ponce, Noah Trifola, Tony Gomez, and Carl Von Godot. Angel Baby hit number 5 on both the Billboard Pop and R&B charts in late 1960. And we're just about out of time, so thanks for tuning in today. Abie's DooWop Taxi is produced and directed completely and solely by me, Abie. I do it at home on my computer. If you'd like to send me an email, it's doowoptaxi@aol.com. Good night, folks, and I'll see you again the next time.